Good evening mga kapatid. This is the special coverage of the coronavirus crisis using the combined forces of News 5 and Cignal TV's One News, Radyo 5 and 1PH. Malacanang is refuting reports that President Rodrigo Duterte is asking Congress for emergency powers to address the growing health crisis in the country due to COVID-19. Sa spokesman, Salvador Panelo, on Sunday clarified that the President is instead requesting for powers necessary to carry out urgent measures to implement the national emergency. Senate President Tito Soto is also not keen on calling it emergency powers, describing the term as completely wrong. In the draft document obtained by reporters, Malacanang is allegedly asking Congress, among other powers, to grant Duterte the authority to take over the operations of any privately owned public utility or business affected with public interest. The Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases has extended its deadline for members of the media to get their passes. They're moving it to March 26. This means that media personnel can go around quarantined areas without their passes until the said date. There's been a delay in the release of IATF passes, but Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles says exemptions will only be granted to 50% of the total permanent staff as registered under the Labor Department. Meanwhile, visa issuance and visa-free privileges to foreign nationals is suspended immediately. Foreign spouses and children of Filipinos are exempted from the said suspension. And to avert any threat in the supply of basic needs, the IATF ensures unimpeded movement of all types of cargo, as well as the passage of personnel and the operation of some business establishments. To discuss other salient points of the Interagency Task Force resolution, we have on the line IATF spokesperson and Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles. Good evening, sir.
Magandang gabi sa iyo, Jovi, at magandang gabi sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon.
Isa-isa po natin, pero unahin na po natin itong ating mga OFW. Yung inyong pong pagre-release ng certifications for distressed OFWs, I understand ito ay para sila ay merong lodging, board and lodging habang sila ay nandito?
Yes, if you remember, yung earlier resolution natin ay binigyan natin, sinabihan natin lahat ng mga hotels to close down their establishments, pero nagbigay po tayo ng exemptions. So with this new resolution, isinama na po natin as part of the exemption ang distressed OFWs. Pero dapat meron po itong coordination with the OWA, the DFA, the DOT, and the Department of Health.
Okay, Secretary Nograles, punta naman po tayo doon sa delivery ng food dito sa papasok ng Metro Manila. No? So nakita natin sa mga report ng mga teams namin doon sa mga choke points na meron ng fast lane, tapos parang mas mabilis na yung daloy nung dating ng mga delivery. Pero meron pa ba kayong mga narinig na balita na nagkakaproblema pa?
Well, siguro anecdotal lang, nagkakaroon tayo ng problema with some LGUs, kaya minabuti po namin naklaruhin ito sa aming pinakabagong resolution, no? Na nakalagay po dito na the policy of the unhampered flow of cargoes is a nationwide policy that must be strictly followed in all LGUs nationwide. So kasama na nga po dito yung mga LGUs ng Visayas at ng Mindanao and of course ang Luzon, no? So para klaro na all cargoes, no, food and non-food, wala na tayong classification, no? All cargoes po 'yan in all LGUs nationwide. So kung meron po mga LGUs na gumagawa ng checkpoint or wini-withhold po yung transportation ng mga cargoes to and from or across their respective localities, pwede po bang wag na po natin harangin yung mga cargoes na dumadaan po sa ating mga LGUs.
Okay, sir, sa BPO industry naman po tayo, binigyan nyo sila ng extension do sa deadline para mag-prepare sila for work arrangements. Ang ibig mong sabihin nito ay palit oras, palit lugar, ganun po ba?
Nagkakaroon kasi tayo ng some concerns from the other BPOs na they want to do this, they want to prepare their BPOs or their establishments as temporary accommodations for their workers. But they have to transfer yung mga computers, yung mga kagamitan nila. But they were asking for extension. So we extended it until 11:59 today. Pero meron naman kaming assurance. They gave us some of the assurance. They just needed this whole weekend para ma-transfer lang nila yung mga kagamitan nila.
Yung kagamitan lalagay doon sa, yung iba work from home, home, tapos yung iba naman ay kukuha ng mga condo units siguro at doon nila ililipat para mas safe sila doon. Idadamay ko na po, although alam natin na may ban na doon sa na yun. Yung mga POGO po, meron mga reports sa mga, at least sa mga condominium dito sa paligid po ng TV5 na iba ay nagtatangka na magpasok ng mga computer nila. Damay ba sila dyan o hindi sila dapat na gumagaya doon katulad sa BPO?
Hindi po sila dapat mag-function or tumuloy sa kanilang operations kasi ang earlier pronouncements po natin ay pinagbabawal po natin yung operations ng POGO during this enhanced community quarantine period.
Okay, noted po yan na Secretary Nograles. Pero sa panghuli po, yung tukol dun sa PCO ID, siyempre lahat tayo, kami mga taga rito ay concerned dyan. Nag-extend. Sure na po ba yung March 28? At syempre, i-note na 26, Tapos yung note doon na 50% ng workforce at least yung pwede yung pagbigyan.
Yes, we had to be definite kasi kung ano ba talaga yung skeleton workforce for the media establishment. So, the IATF deemed it necessary to put a cap, And yung 50% nga po yung napag-agrihan ng IATF based din po dun sa staff complement as registered under the Department of Labor and Employment. So ito po yung pagde-define natin ng skeletal workforce for the media establishments and we extended it to March 26.
Yes.
In the meantime, habang wala pang March 26, padadaanin po ng ating mga kapulisan ang mga nasa media basta maipakita lamang nila ang kanilang bona fide IDs na
yung
sila ay taga-media.
Existing IDs namin, yung company IDs namin, sir.
Yes.
Medyo, panghuli na lamang, Secretary Nograles, siyempre marami na nakakamiss kay Secretary Duque. So, kailan siya inaasahan na attend ulit ng meeting niya sa IATF?
I think sa lalong madaling panahon because he's already cleared. Negative naman po siya for COVID-19. So inaasahan po namin na baka bukas po sa meeting namin, nandun na rin po siya.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Capsec. Good evening.
Thank you very much, Jovi. Mabuhay po kayo. Ingat po. Ingat po.
Thank you. Now let's take a look at the other developments on the coronavirus situation in the country. Some 530 staffers of the UST Hospital are now under quarantine due to exposure to COVID-19 cases. These medical personnel include consultants, fellows, nurses, and aides. Because of the reduction in its workforce, the UST Hospital has consolidated several of its wards. The medical facility will also now regulate admissions as well as postpone elective procedures in some units. Basilan is not on a lockdown. Instead, according to Governor Jim Saliman, the province is under a state of public health emergency. This means that the island's police, military, and health officials will regulate the movement of people in Basilan, especially the observance of social distancing. Importante po yan. The province still does not have any COVID case. And responding to calls for a liquidity bazooka in the financial system, the central bank still sees no reason to print more money to help soften the economic fallout due to the outbreak. BSP Governor Ben Jokno says they're not resorting to unconventional measures as the agency has enough conventional tools in its arsenal. This includes slashing policy rates, giving lenders penalty reprieves, and allowing banks to increase lending to borrowers. And just to recap, as of this afternoon, the Health Department has reported 73 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the Philippines total to 380. OIC Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere also confirmed that from 19 deaths on Saturday, the fatality record has climbed to 25. Meanwhile, a total of 17 patients have recovered from the new coronavirus. And that's the latest on the enhanced and expanded community quarantine in Luzon. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. I'm Joby Francisco. We are One News.